Hi, everybody. Dion Johnson here, the Womaologist, and welcome to Influencer episode 5 of my new video series. And today, I really want to talk to you. I want to confess. I want to have a real talk. Let's have some straight, real, candid conversation. I really want to confess, actually, to you about something that I'm realizing about myself, something that's happening for me real time right now today. So as you're joining, please go ahead and put your name and just say hi in the chat so I know that you're watching and that and know who you are. If you've got any questions or comments, then put them in the chat. I really welcome you to subscribe to this channel. If you like these videos, if you think that they're useful and you think that they might be useful to other people in your network, then please feel free to share them. My work is really all about helping women in senior leadership, CEOs, directors, heads of department, strategic leads to be more influential in their organization, their industry, and their field. And you know what? I'm no guru with this stuff. This is just a journey that I am on myself, that I am a woman, I'm a leader, I'm a change maker, wanting to create real, sustainable, meaningful, important change in our world. And so the stuff that I'm teaching here is the stuff that I am eating and digesting and going through, applying in my own leadership life and journey. So today I really want to share with you that you'll know that I launched this series, Influencer, last week, really out of my desire to be more visible, to show myself to women who I want to serve, to give you a sense of who I am, what my message is, you know, what I'm like, what I'm about. And so in the hope that if I'm speaking to you, if my message is resonating, if you are in a place where you're looking for the kind of support that you need to move your influence to a whole new level and dimension, that you would say, you know what, I'm going to reach out to Dion, I'm going to draw closer, I'm going to create community, I'm going to conference with Dion, I'm going to connect myself with her. That's the hope. That's the hope of this series. And yet I find myself struggling with it. Despite my passion to reach out to you, despite my passion to connect with you, I find myself struggling to come up. So this morning, it was Monday morning, I woke up and I thought, oh gosh, you know, Influencer episode 5 is due today. Like, what are you going to talk about? And it was starting to feel, it wasn't flowing, it wasn't easy. I wasn't busting, and that's really weird, because this is my topic, right? This is the stuff. I'm not doing this because I think it's a good niche to get into. I'm doing this because I feel a personal, deep conviction that this is my place in the world, to work with you as women leaders and change makers is my place in the world. So to come to a place where I don't have anything to say, or I don't know what to say, it doesn't add up. Something's not okay with that. So I've been sitting with that this morning and really just trying to work out, you know, what does that mean? Where's it coming from? Why am I feeling like this? And I realized that there is a fear that I need to confront, confess, and to get handled. And the fear says something like this. Well, let me tell you how it worked out this morning. So this morning, I applied my teaching to my own thinking. So I thought, okay, if you're having struggles, Dion, that means that you are being called to show up more, to show up more, to be more you. And so the question came to me, so who the heck are you, Dion? See, when you have a message, and when you've received revelation, an idea, a message to give to people, you first have to use that message on your own life. It doesn't work otherwise. You have to be able to use it for yourself. And so I asked myself what I would usually ask my clients. So, you know, if you're feeling that the flow is being interfered with, if you're feeling like you're not, that like you're stuck somehow, It's because there's more of you to bring to the table. It's because there's more of you to show up. So I asked myself, who the heck are you, Dion? And the first thing that came to me was, I'm a spiritual voice. I'm a spiritual voice. At my core, I am a spiritual voice, a voice of God. I am a spiritual voice and a healer. And a healer. I got emotional when I was thinking about it, because what I realized was that there's fear around telling you that. There's fear around me sharing with you that I am a spiritual voice and I am a healer, even though I've known for a while that is at my core who I am. Fear speaks to me and says, they don't want spiritual heebie-jeebie woo-woo abracadabra. They don't want all that juju-wee-wee, spiritual malarkey. That's how they see it, and that's what they don't want. They want facts and targets and goals and strategies and logic. They don't want spirit and love. They don't want that. So this fear, this belief that's born out of fear, really presented itself to me today. They don't want God, they don't want spirit, they don't want love, they don't want you, Dion. You need to, in order to make yourself palatable to the people who you want to serve, you're going to have to become someone else. Well, the minute I see that clearly, like I see it this morning, I realize that that's contrary to everything that I stand for, everything that I've been working towards for the last 10 years. That my journey for the last 10 years has been about showing up more and more authentically, because of my realization and revelation that the more you show up for real, more authentically, the more influential you actually are. So I've decided to think about and answer fear. The fear that says they don't want you, Dion, they don't want your God, they don't want your spirit, they don't want your love talk. They want logic, they want linear, they want practical. Well, here's what I think. I've been thinking about it all morning, and what I think is that there's no doubt that you're an intelligent woman. You are a senior leader. You are in a place that most women are not. Just 20% of the world's senior leadership is made up of women. 20% of all senior leadership is made up of women. And the higher you go, when you get into the C-suite, we're just 10%. 10% of the world's C-suite is represented by women. That means that you, as a woman in senior leadership right now, you're intelligent. You're sophisticated in your thinking that way. You are a doer of leadership. You are a smart leader. You've gotten there because you're accomplished as a leader. You don't need more. You don't need more of that, because despite your intelligence as a leader, there's still something missing. There's still something missing, isn't there? Despite your positioning, despite you being in that position, organizations and industries are still failing large percentages of the people that we serve. Inequality is still rife among us. Injustices, unfair, skewed results. Inequality gaps are getting wider, not smaller. But despite you being so knowledgeable and so adept, is that a word? So capable as a leader, there's still a gap between what you know and what you're actually doing and creating in your leadership. So we don't need more of the same. We don't need more of the same. And you know what? I've decided that I'm not going to try and make myself conform to more of the same to fit in. to blend in and to please you and to sound like everybody else, to sound credible. I'm going to create a new credible sound. I want to create a new way to be influential. And that's my conviction, that's my decision, that's my mission right now. And it is almost, I realize I'm going to alienate myself. But I am a spiritual voice. It's who I am. And I don't believe that I'm a mistake. I don't believe that healers don't have a place in contemporary marketplace leadership. And if we haven't had a place before, then I'm thinking that it's time for me to make a place for this. And if you're alienated, I honor you and I release you. But if you're an intelligent, capable leader who knows that there is more to leadership than this, more to you than this, more to why you are one of the 10 or the 20% in senior leadership, if you know that there's more to you than meets the eye, more than you have been able to tap into with traditional leadership development and traditional professional cultural ways of doing things, then maybe I'm your girl, because I'm not like anyone else. I'm me, and I talk about God, and I talk about love, and I talk about divine assignments, and I talk about purpose. And so there's something, if that's resonating, it's probably because there's something here for you that you won't find in other places. So I'm welcoming you to stay in touch, draw closer, or to back off and unsubscribe. But I'm going to be me. I'm going to be the voice of the Spirit, a spiritual voice and healer, because that's who I'm here to be. I've got a passion to see womanity reinstated, womanity re-established as an influence in the marketplace. I hope you hear me. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And I'd love to hear what you think. What do you think? And the other thing that I thought when I was making this video was, the other question that I really want to ask you is, so who are you? Who are you at your core? And what's scary about bringing who you are at your core to senior leadership? I'd love to hear what you're thinking about this. Please don't be silent. Please talk to me and tell me what you think. Or ask a question. Just speak to me. Let's converse around this issue of showing up as who we really are for real at such a time as this in senior leadership. See you tomorrow. Bye.